Everyone, today we're going to be learning about how to graph a line of y equals mx plus b form. So first, I'll explain a little bit about y equals mx plus b. The y is the y where the y point of the ordered pair would be. So we know that the ordered pair goes x comma y, so the y is that y spot. Then we have m, which is the slope or the incline at which the line's moving. X, which is the x point of that coordinate pair. So the x comma y is this x and that y. And the b is the y-intercept, which is where the line crosses the line where y is 0. So some things to know beforehand. You need at least 2 points in the form x comma y to draw a line. If you only have the points and they don't give you the slope, you can calculate the slope by doing rise over run. So subtract y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then the y-intercept, point B, is where the line crosses the axis. Like I said, that's the line where the y is 0. So if they give you a point, it would be at the 0 comma y, and that y value would be where you would point. You'd graph a point on the y-axis, and that's the b in the equation. But if that point isn't given, we can calculate it. So here's an equation to calculate the y-intercept. So you're going to start with one of the points, and you plug those in for the x and the y in the equation, and then you use the slope that you calculated in the last part as the m. So then the only thing you're left with is b, and then you can solve a simple algebraic equation. And in this case, the y-intercept was -2. So now it's time to graph. Like I said, we're going to use the slope and the y-intercept. First thing you want to do is plot the y-intercept, which is the 0 comma y, and then you're going to graph the points given in x comma y. And we know how to graph points on a coordinate plane because you go over in the x direction and then up and down in the y direction. So here's the graph of y equals 2x minus 2. So what they did was they started by graphing the point 0, -2, that's the b in the equation. Then they graphed the other points given, so it was 1 comma 0 and -1 comma -4. And we could find those out by using the calculated equation and plugging in x values to get where it would be in the y value. And that's all for today. You can practice this with any series of points. Some lines won't be as simple as the 2x minus 2. Sometimes there'll be a fraction or a decimal, but this is a good way to be able to graph lines and kind of see the rate of change. And thanks for watching.